My grandma is one of the most influential women I know today. She has overcome adversity and struggles and still manages to spend her time helping others. She has been influencing and inspiring me for 21 years, and I have learned many life lessons from her. She dedicated her life to her children, was instrumental in establishing the Mosaic in Ellsworth, Kansas, and still managed to give back to her community by volunteering. My grandma and grandpa had 3 children, and one had Down syndrome. Spencer was born in October of 1962. My grandma was only 20 years old, and my grandpa was just 22. They were both very excited, though, because they had been wanting a boy. About a month later, he was taken to the hospital because he was having breathing problems. It was there that they found out that Spencer had Down syndrome. This is a picture of my grandma and grandpa and Spencer. And that's my grandma, that's my grandpa, and that's Spencer. After being told that he did in fact have Down syndrome, they were a little scared and didn't know what to do. They in fact didn't really know what Down syndrome was until the doctor told them that he was mentally retarded, and then they knew what they were talking about. The doctor said it was best to have him institutionalized, but my grandparents both said no. They wanted him to live at home with them so they could take care of him and love for him. And they wanted him to live at home because he had 2 other siblings, and they wanted them to be able to experience life with their sibling as well. My grandparents didn't know that in time that he would have to be moved to a different home when he got older that could take care of him. They searched for a home for 2 years, but didn't find one that they thought would fit him well or that they wanted to put him in. It's at this time my grandma decided to take things into her own hands. She had known that Mosaic, an organization that builds homes for people with special needs, was looking to establish a home in Kansas, and she decided to call the office in Nebraska and ask them to come and look at Ellsworth. They came and looked at Ellsworth and decided that they were going to build a home. The events that led up to them actually building the home, my grandma was very influential in. She advocated for the clients, she told the community about Mosaic, and was influential in helping fill the house with people. All in all, when the house was built and it was all filled, 16 clients got to have a new home in Mosaic. Spencer himself lived there for 13 years, and my grandparents and my family loved it. It was one of the best experiences we had had. My grandma was also very involved in volunteering, not just with Mosaic, but other things as well. Now she helps fundraising for Mosaic, and she still is an advocate for the clients. She stopped going to Mosaic when my uncle had died, but recently she has been starting to go more, and she sees some of the clients daily. She also runs the Sunday school for special needs people at her church, and she's been doing this for 30 years. This past year, she was nominated for Volunteer of the Year Award for the state of Kansas, and she won. The award was sponsored by InterHab, which is an organization that advocates for special needs. We are really excited that she won this award, and she deserved it for all the volunteer work and everything that she had done for Mosaic. My grandma was active in Mosaic coming to Ellsworth. She volunteered numerous hours for Mosaic and still raised 3 amazing children. My grandma has devoted her life to others, her children, and her community. Without her and all she has done, Ellsworth most likely would have not been given a Mosaic house, and there would not have been as much support for those with special needs. Thank you.